Let's solve a problem together. Christy has 88 photographs to put in her album. If 9 photographs will fit on each page, how many pages will she need? Take some time to think about it. We chose this problem because it was given to both 4th and 8th graders across the nation. 37% of 4th graders and 69% of 8th graders got the question right. But here's something interesting. 24% of 4th graders and 21% of 8th graders thought the answer was B, 9 pages. Think about that. That means nearly 1 in 4 4th graders and 1 in 5 8th graders chose the answer 9 pages. Why is that? Here's what's happening. This problem involves division with a remainder. If you have 88 photos and you put 9 photos on each page, you need to figure out how many pages or groups you need. When students divide, they see the quotient as 9 and circle it, but they ignore the remainder of 7. Now, you might be thinking, maybe students just rushed through the problem or didn't read the question carefully. But research shows that this error happens way too frequently to be explained by students just rushing through. So what's really going on? Students are taught to look for keywords in a problem to figure out which operation to use. This problem signals division, so they divide. But they don't stop to ask, does my answer make sense? On top of that, students often overgeneralize. They're used to problems where the quotient is all that matters, so they simply ignore the remainder. This combination, focusing on keywords and overgeneralizing, leads to the same mistake over and over again. So how can we help students avoid this trap? Here are 3 practical strategies you could use. Strategy 1. Read and understand the question. Make it a habit for students to pause and ask themselves, what is this question really asking me to do, and what do I need to figure out to solve this problem? This simple step encourages students to slow down and focus on the meaning of the problem before jumping to conclusions. Number 2. Come up with a strategy. If your students already know how to solve the problem, that's great. But if they feel stuck, encourage them to make the numbers easier. For example, instead of 88 photos with 9 per page, try 5 photos with 2 per page. With smaller numbers, it's much easier to visualize what the problem is asking you to do. After we lay out all the photos, we can see that one of the photos is going to be left out. When we perform the long division, we get the same results. Have them solve the simpler version first, notice the process that they used, and apply the same reasoning to the original problem. Number 3. Check if the answer makes sense. This is more than just doing the reverse operation. It's about thinking critically. If I put 9 photos on each page and use 9 pages, that's 9 times 9, or 81 photos. But there are 88 photos, so 81 isn't enough. This can't be the final answer. This is the moment we want students to pause, recognize the mismatch, and adjust their solution by adding 1 more page for the remaining photos. When students practice these steps, they build the habit of reasoning through problems instead of just performing calculations. But what about you? What strategies have worked for you in helping your students solve problems like these? Share your strategies or ideas with us in the comments below. For more of these kinds of videos, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out.